spring light falls into winter night, hold on, our summer isn't gone. And to think
Hello YouTube, this is Mrs. That Was Easy for the 15th time doing this video. Hopefully this one will take. Today I want to talk about your state testing, whether you live in New York, whether you live in Ohio, wherever it is. Every state has a site that you can go to and kind of look at general information for testing. Testing usually begins in 3rd grade, and you know, some of these tests can be really difficult for the kids, especially now they're changing the standards to Common Core standards. I am on my New York website. Excuse me, not my New York website, my state website. It's www.p12.nysed.gov/assessment. FYI for you, you don't always need the www. I'm going to click on this past examinations here so you can see. It gives you a choice of elementary and intermediate or high school. I'm going into the intermediate. My son is in junior high school. They have tests in different languages, and I'm going to click on the grades 6 through 8. So here it gives you the categories and what grades they do in our state. And I chose ELA as an example. Part of the ELA is writing.
Not my movies.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Part of the ELA is
Not Hypercam either.
reading, and I'm going to show you some tips for that as well. First, I'm going to open up. When you see, I already have these saved. So this is book 1, and you can actually do these tests with your kids a little bit at a time. You can give them one story at a time. As you all see, we remember these stories, then the questions. Tip for your kids, I always have my son read the question before he reads the story. That way he knows what he's looking for. And again, you have book 1, book 2. You have the listening section, the scoring key, that's for you, and the teacher's direction. This gives you an idea of how they take the test in the classroom. Now, I just want to reiterate, this is 2010. You see the different years here, that these tests are going to change. However, these are good learning tools for you and for your child to see where their strengths and where their weaknesses are at. The writing portion of the test, I am going to show you what that looks like here in our state. It's in book 3. And they give you a story, they ask you a question, okay, and you got to write the details down. Now, here's the thing. The scores here are graded from 1 to 5. 5 being the best, 1 being the worst.
The 5 is a secret one that no parents know about.
I suggest that you allow your child, don't intervene when they're doing it. Wait till afterwards, and then you know what you need to work on.
That's the wrong one.
No. I just want to show you one thing. On the website, there's a scoring guide here. If you look at here, okay, at this scoring guide, if you read through it, at the bottom of the scoring guide will be examples of 1 to 5 answers. So, here is an example of a score 5 points. This is somebody... No, it's just a dash. A score of 5 points. This is what they're looking for, and it tells you what they're looking for when your child is writing, and so on. 5 points, 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, and as you see, 1 point. Okay, and look, they give you examples. This response fails to state any feelings. So this is a good tool to have to see what you need to help your child in the writing portion with. And again, it's not just ELA. I just chose ELA because ELA happens to be one of the tough ones. They have math and all the same details. Again, the Common Core is going to change things, and the tests are going to look different. But here's the thing. You can study with them now. Learn what they're learning now. Help them now, and that way Common Core won't be so hard for them. I am going to put up more things. I tried to search for it now. I know there is one that gives you samples of Common Core, and we will be talking about that. They just changed it so the resources are not there yet. And again, this helps you with your child studying for these tests. Start in January. do it slow. You know, have them read a story for 15 minutes on the weekend. And then gradually you start to learn what they need help in. It just becomes so much easier for you and for them. And it takes the kind of pressure off because they are getting used to the testing style. You are getting used to the testing style. And you just make it smooth and easy for them. Thank you all for listening. Look for your state guidelines. I'm sure they have samples. Study with your kids. I mean, it makes all the difference. Make it fun for them. I am Mrs. That Was Easy, and I look forward to hearing from you next time.
Before you end it, I want to see if Ohio State test got
samples. My son is so smart. Nope, I'm sure it is this one. Hold on. We don't live in Ohio, but okay. This is a good example. Department of Education. So, I'm sure here they have sample tests somewhere.
graduation test probably. So if whatever your state is, look it up on Google and put guide test or like.
You actually don't even have to look it on Google as well. You can call your school and they will tell you what your state website is. I know this because I call my son's school all the time. But thank you very much. It's true. You Google it, look for your state, and just get the studying started with them early. Again, I start in January, and it make it fun. Make it fun for them. Make it fun for you. Thanks again, YouTube. Bye.